What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, saying Hypertrophy. Before we get started here, don't forget to rep out all over that subscription button. Turn on those notifications so you're never surprised when we drop an upload. And let's get into it. Today we're training legs. Now, when I do legs, I don't dislike leg day, but I don't particularly look forward to it. So I always make sure to include something that I do like on my leg day. And in this, you'll see I include shoulders and abs with my legs. So first off, we're starting out with our heavy hip hinge of the day. That's going to be the Romanian deadlift. Okay. Lately, I've been doing these with a pyramid set structure. So I'll do 12, then 10, and then 2 sets of 6 to 8, working in that evolving rep range. This helps to incorporate the warm up right into the set structure and to keep it sort of exciting and fresh with my training. Now here's some of that shoulder work I was talking about. These are the bent over flies. So I superset these two, right? This takes nothing away from my Romanian deadlift, right? It's not going to fatigue me in any way, but it's good to keep the heart rate up and it's good to keep the workout time down. Supersets are fantastic for those two purposes. So for the bent over flies, I'm really focused on repping this weight out. I keep it for, about the 10 to 12 rep range, about 4 sets. Now, this is probably my favorite leg movement right now. I just got this SSB bar recently, and I've been incorporating these reverse lunges in, right? So I can't really do walking lunges in the garage gym because there's not enough room, but doing this really helps with that unilateral leg work. Using the SSB helps to stabilize the bar, right? See, I can grab onto the rack there and not have to worry about the bar falling off of me. I found when I did this with a regular barbell, it was just kind of hard to balance, right? So this allows me to focus more on my legs and actually feeling that contraction, feeling the movement, than just trying to balance the bar, right? You don't want that taking away, and you don't want to, not be safe. So you can see I don't have too much weight on there. I'm really focusing on feeling that contraction and keeping that form in line. And I think I'm doing these for 4 sets of 10 to 12 on each side. So you can see I'm alternating here. Sometimes I'll do them, all the sets on one side, then all the sets on the other side. Sometimes I'll alternate. Just depends on how I'm feeling. By the end of these, I can really feel it. I feel it in the quads, in the glutes, a little bit even in the calves, And you can switch up the focus by changing up your leg position as well. So this is a great exercise. A little unsteady if you don't have the SSB, but I definitely recommend you try it out. So now we're supersetting these with cable crunches. Like I said initially, leg day isn't the most exciting day, so I have to give myself some incentives here and there when I'm training my legs. So I'll superset those with these cable crunches, and you can see I'm changing up my position a little bit here throughout. I think I got 110 pounds on there, so it was a little heavy, especially the core is already a little bit taxed from the Romanian deadlifts. But once I got in the groove there, you can see I'm really allowing for a good stretch at the top, stretch out the rectus abdominis, really get a good contraction at the bottom. And sometimes I'll let my arms go up a little bit with it, right? And that's just to help increase that stretch, exaggerate that stretch. You'll also notice that I'm using the straps because I don't want my grip to be my limiting factor. Never let the grip be your limiting factor. Moving on to our next superset, we've got the Ultra Instinct Goku shorts on. So, shout out to Goku. If you couldn't tell by the name of the channel, I like Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super, all of it. It's all a gem. So we're doing leg extensions. Okay, so my big movement was for my hamstrings today. My medium movement focused on the quads, the glutes, and now I'm doing a little bit more quad work. All right, so for this, I'm doing 4 sets of 10 to 12. So I do pretty much everything in the evolving rep range where I'll start, with a weight at the bottom end, and then slowly over the weeks, I'll work up to the top end, then I'll increase the weight. That is what I've found the best way to train with pretty much any movement. You just have to change the intensity and the number of reps based on which movement you're doing. Now for this superset, I'm supersetting cable lateral raises. Okay, so you can see I use the cuff just because I like the way it feels. Um, as far as like my wrist goes, if I'm holding on to something, it doesn't feel as good. I can't focus as much on the shoulder. And you see I'm letting that weight pull my arm back behind me to get a good stretch on those the lateral head of the delt. And then I'm kind of exploding up, right? Do these for 4 sets of 12 to 15, and then you're done. So there it was. There was my second leg day of the week, incorporating shoulders and abs. Peace.